Hello everyone, welcome back to another Watch Me Work on my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I did this chunky glitter fade on short nails. So I know doing chunky encapsulated glitter on short nails can be a struggle for some because sometimes the nails can turn out really bulky and big and it's just not a cute look. So I'm going to show you how I encapsulate the chunky glitter onto short nails and still make them look really nice and cute even though they are short. So I am going to show you guys this, and I did these on my mom and I think they turned out so pretty. There's so many colors in this chunky glitter. So this is what we are starting with. She had the Magpie Poly Gel on her nails. I was testing it out on her and I wanted to do the baby boomer look on her. If you're interested in seeing how I did that, you can watch my video all about the Magpie Poly Gel. So this is what we're starting with. So we need to do a fill and then I need to file off this old product. So it's really important when you are doing an encapsulated glitter or anything encapsulated that you completely remove probably, I would say, 90% of the old product that's still on the nail. If you're doing a fill, if you're doing a brand new set, or if the person just has bare nails and you're just doing an overlay, obviously you don't have any product to remove. But I'm going to show you guys how I would do this for my clients because I actually do color on top when I do my nails. So I build my nails, shape, file, and then I will apply my color and design on top. However, if you are doing an encapsulated glitter or anything encapsulated, that means you're going to be applying the design on the bottom and then you're going to be building the nail on top of that. And that is how you're going to get that really nice and smooth surface, even when you have this like really chunky big glitter. So in saying that, since I normally do color on top, that means if somebody comes in and they want an encapsulated glitter or a chunky glitter, then I need to remove 90% of the product that's on their nails so that I can start with a really, really thin base. So for this reason, I always make sure and try and ask my clients as soon as they walk in, you know, what are you planning on doing today? What did you want to do today? What type of design? So that way I know immediately what I can kind of get like a game plan going in my head as I'm working. Okay, so my client wants an encapsulated glitter design, which means I need to file off 90% of the product that's on her nails. Otherwise, you're going to run into problems if you fill the nails and you've built this beautiful nail and beautiful shape and you've filed and everything, and then they tell you, oh, I want chunky glitter. Well, at that point, it's kind of too late. It's just not going to look good. It's going to kind of ruin that beautiful shape that you've just created. So this way, always make sure to ask your clients as soon as they walk in, you know, did you have any ideas for today? What were you thinking for your nails today? And then that way you can get a game plan started. So because I knew immediately we were going to do a chunky glitter design, I knew I needed to file off 90% of the old product so I can start with a really, really thin base. And then when that client comes back and if they want just a regular color again, then I will file off that glitter and build the nail back up. So you do want to make sure you're charging accordingly because it does take extra time to file off that old product and basically rebuilding the nails from nothing again. So you want to make sure you're charging accordingly for the extra work and extra product it takes to do the encapsulated glitter. So as for the bit that I'm using to file off the old product, this is actually like one of my new favorites. This is the Black Diamond Carbide bit from Luminary Nail Systems, and I actually really, really like it. I'll say it's not the like sharpest bit, so if you are removing something embedded or like a huge thing of glitter that you need to remove, I probably wouldn't use this one. I would use something a little bit more coarse. But what I love about this one is the shape. I love how fine that tip is, so you can get around those sidewalls really, really nicely and get everything like smoothed out. It just is really nice. I will use this probably half the time, and then I have a lot of clients who get like chunky glitter or encapsulated designs or anything like that, and I'll switch and I'll use my bit that's a little bit more of a coarser grit because it'll be a little bit faster. But I did want to show you guys this bit because it's becoming like a new favorite. I've stocked up on like 3 of them so far, and I'll probably get a couple more. I just love the shape of it. It just really goes into those sidewalls so nice, and it gets it nice and thin around there, and you can take off the old color super easily. I just love it. So I am, again, filing down this old product. About 90% of the way, you'll see that there is still product left on her nails, but it's very, very thin. So you kind of want to be careful. You don't want to file down into the natural nail, of course, with these bits because you will cause damage, but you want to file that product down almost all the way so that it's super, super thin. I'm also going to be filling these nails with hard gel, and like I said, what she had on previously was polygel. Now, I wouldn't recommend basically sandwiching 2 different products like that together. However, I wanted to test it out and see if there would be any issues if I filled the polygel with hard gel. So I would never recommend it. If you want to try it, try it on yourself first. This is my mom, so she's usually my guinea pig for anything that I want to try, and I loved the polygel for doing baby boomers, but my standard product that I use is just a regular hard gel, and so I kind of wanted to see if there would be any issue if I filled the polygel with the hard gel. So you'll notice that I'm using the hard gel on her today, and she had polygel last time. Again, I'd recommend, not mixing products unless you know for sure it's going to be fine. Or if you're not sure, then I would test it on yourself first. So now that I've removed 90% of the old product and there's just a really thin layer left on there, I've done the prep for her nails already, and I am going to shorten her nails. My mom usually keeps her nails pretty much as short as they can go, so I'm going to shorten her nails first. And what you want to do is, if you're going to be doing an encapsulated design, you want to make sure you shorten those nails first if the client wants them shorter, or if they want to do a shape change or anything like that, you want to do it first, because if you do your encapsulated design and then you have to go change the shape afterwards, it's not going to work out. You're going to file off like the sides of your glitter, or you're going to file off the design underneath of the gel. So if they want them shorter or if they want a different shape, make sure you do that prior to adding the design or adding the gel. So I'm just going through and I'm shortening down all of her nails, and I'm just smoothing out the leftover product that's on her nails as well. So for the glitter I'm using Light Elegance in Elvis Pelvis, which is a really pretty kind of silvery glitter that has a purple hue. And this is the chunky glitter that I'm going to encapsulate. I'm sorry, I don't have a name for it. It's probably a sample that I got in a package, and it just kind of has purple and gold, and it has dark blue. It has a bunch of different colors in it. I'm also going to use the Magpie Silver. I believe these are called Starry Sky glitters. It's like they're 4-point stars. So that's what I'm all going to kind of sandwich in the nails today. So first I'm gonna get the nails all ready to go for product. So I'm just cleansing the nails first, getting all of the extra dust and oils off her nails before I start applying product. Now I'm going in with my sticky primer. I'm using the Luminary Commit primer. It's just a sticky primer, so it acts like a double-sided sticky tape for the gel that you're going to apply. You can use any primer that you want. If you have a primer that goes with your system, by all means use that. I know a lot of people also like the Young Nails Protein Bond. Use whatever you normally use. I just really like the Luminary Commit primer. Now I am going straight in with my gel layer. So the gel that I'm using is the Trinity gel by Accents, and this is their new warm shade. So it has a tint to it, which I kind of like when doing like a glitter fade or something, because the nail's going to be clear, and I kind of like when you add that just a little bit of extra color to the nail. It just kind of smooths the nail out and just makes it look really nice. Almost like if you put makeup on your face, it's like just a little like foundation for your nails. So that's why I like to use the gel that has just that little bit of hint of color to it. And the Trinity gel by Accents is a 3-in-1, so you do not need a bonder, which is why I'm going straight from the primer into the gel application. But if the product that you're using needs a bonder, then you would use that first. Now I'm painting on a very, very thin layer onto all of the nails. Again, we want to keep this thin because we are going to build the nail on top of this. So just a really, really thin layer over the entire nail, just getting a nice, smooth, even layer of this gel. And you want to apply this because if you go, next time, if you want to file off all of the glitter that you put in there, you want to have a layer of gel underneath as a protection. So you're not going to file through the natural nail when you file off the glitter next time. So it's good to have that little layer of protection in there. So again, I'm just doing a really thin layer, and then I'm going to cure this on all of the nails. So getting into the glitter fade now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the glitter gel, and you could use whatever color glitter gel kind of corresponds or matches the chunky glitter that you're going to use. The chunky glitter that I'm using has a whole bunch of different colors in it, so I just kind of picked a neutral glitter gel that kind of matched it, which again is that Light Elegance Elvis Pelvis. So I'm placing the bulk of the glitter gel on the free edge of the nail, and then I'm just using my brush to fade it up the nail. So it's going to be a really nice glitter fade, and I'm using my brush just to make sure it looks like nice and faded, but we're going to cover it up with the chunky glitter so it doesn't have to be perfect, making sure that the bulk of the product is down at the free edge. Then I'm going to take a little brush and I'm going to pick up some of that chunky glitter, and I'm just going to drop it straight into that glitter gel that I just applied. And this glitter is like so fun. It has so many different colors in it, and I just like the way that it looked. It was like a little party on her nails. So I try to keep the larger pieces of the chunky glitter down towards the free edge and the smaller pieces kind of up towards the cuticle so that you're really getting that like ombre look. And I'm using a dotting tool, and I just use it to kind of push the glitters around exactly where I want them if I feel like they're not really in the right places. But you'll see how this glitter kind of has 3 different sizes. So I try to keep those biggest pieces like down towards the free edge, and then I'm just using my dotting tool and I'm just grabbing a couple of those little 4-point star glitters because I wanted to add them in there, so I'm just placing them where I want them. So once you're happy with that, then you can go ahead and cure that. I would do maybe a couple nails at a time. I don't think I would do all 5 nails at once before curing, because when you have a little bit more of that glitter gel, it can kind of run. So I would just do a couple nails at a time, and then I would cure those and do a couple more nails maybe on the other hand, go back and forth. So again, laying down that glitter gel, fading it up, and then just plopping that chunky glitter right into it. And I'm going in and adding some of those little stars. So once all the nails have been cured, this is what we're left with. I think it kind of looks pretty like this too, but we have to cover them. These nails have all been cured. They're ready to go for the builder layer on top. So I'm taking my clear gel. This is the clear Trinity gel from Accents, and I am going to build up that nail over top of this glitter. So brushing on a really thin layer, and then I will grab a little bit bigger of a dollop and kind of float that in to cover and smooth out all of that glitter. And it's okay if it's not 100% smooth, because we're gonna file it afterwards. And even if you see like little pieces of glitter kind of sticking up here and there, it's okay. Like, don't stress about it, because when we file it, we're gonna smooth everything out. And if there is any little pieces sticking up, we are going to file them down anyways, and you won't even notice once everything's done. So don't stress if you can't get it absolutely perfect, or if you have little kind of ends or little corners like sticking up out of the gel. It's okay. So I'm just, again, adding a thin layer and then kind of building it up and making sure I have a good apex. Obviously her nails are super short, so I don't need to worry too much about that. But if you were doing long nails, this is where you would build up the nail and get that good shape and that good structure into the nail. Because the Trinity gel is a little bit runnier, I will usually do one nail and then have her go in the lamp just to flash cure it for a couple seconds, and then come out and I'll do the next nail, and I'll keep doing that until one hand is done, and then I'll just have her leave that hand in the light until it's completely cured, and then I will move on to the other hand. So I flash cure each nail for a couple seconds, that way it doesn't move around, because this gel is a little bit runnier and I don't want it to like run into the cuticles and stuff like that. Here's how the nails look all encapsulated with that clear gel, and I've just cleansed that clear gel, and now I'm going to use my file and just smooth them out and make sure they have a really nice shape and there's no lumps and bumps kind of sticking out. Again, you may file through some of that chunky glitter to get a nice shape, but that's okay because you're really not going to notice it. I feel like glitter is kind of forgiving. Like, if you file through a piece or you file through the corner of a piece, it's going to be okay. It's not going to really be that noticeable at all. I'd rather not have a bumpy nail than worry about maybe filing off the edge of a piece of glitter. So making sure I'm filing and getting in those side walls to make sure that's all smoothed out. And I'm going to do this for all the nails, and then we are going to top coat. So once that's all finished up, I am going to just cleanse that dust off, and I'm going to top coat. I'm using my Light Elegance Super Shiny Top Coat, which is a hard gel top coat, non-staining. It's one of my favorites. So, it's a little bit of a thicker kind of consistency, so I feel like it covers glitter really nicely. So in case you may have a tiny piece that's like sticking up or something, it's going to cover it really nicely. So I really like this top coat. This is one of my favorite parts when doing encapsulated glitter, is seeing that glitter pop out and sparkle once you start applying the top coat. It just looks so pretty. So this is how they turned out, and I absolutely love them. So here are what the nails looked like, all finished and top coated, and we got cuticle oil and lotion on, and they just look so nice. I don't think they look too bulky or too, big on the short nails. I think it turned out really nice. You just want to make sure that you keep that base layer nice and thin so that you don't end up with like a huge nail. So I hope this helped you guys. I've had a lot of people asking me about how I do my encapsulated glitter. I hope these kind of tips and tricks will help you guys out when you try to do it. I'd love it if you tag me if my videos helped you in any way. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys in the next video.